Hey, listen, I still don't think this is a good idea. I mean, certainly not horrible, but it just outside sky, people wandering around. It's just I don't.
It'll be fine. Just relax. Tell us about him.
Okay. I'll try to justify your trust in me. Well, his name is Golron. As far as I can tell, he's my ancestor. He was born slightly over 4,000 years ago, died slightly under 4,000 years ago, and I just want to go on the record as saying that I don't think this is a good idea. What? Holy crap! You're outside. Very funny. I'm just saying, you don't do the whole outdoors thing. It's a camera. Yeah, I know it's a camera. Are we? Yes, we're on. Oh. Hello, universe. The entire universe isn't going to see this. I don't see why that matters. It should. I'm a work of art. Anyway.
So, Golron,
what?
Did you tell me when you were born?
I don't know. There were like 14 different calendars in use at the time. I was born on one of them during the day, I think. I don't know. I don't remember my birth.
And your name?
Well, my name was Golron du Caral. You people keep mispronouncing it Golron for some reason. It's not Golron. It's like, it should be GAO apostrophe RON. Apostrophes are stupid. You're stupid.
And what about your family?
I was born the son of the lady who was in charge of the place. Her name was Dewira. I know it's a funny name, whatever. And she actually had me as part of an agreement with, I suppose you could call him the god of war for that area. It complicated. His name was Sidrius. I was his son. And I was basically supposed to be the guy that would cement for all time peace in that area, because I was going to be strong and I was going to be awesome, and they wanted me to be raised as the slave of my father, and that didn't end up going the way they planned. Well, at first I was largely okay with what they kept telling me what the purpose of my life was. I mean, when you get told the same thing over and over about the purpose of your life from the time you're like 4, well, you tend to believe stuff like that. And then, I don't know, I didn't want to do it anymore. Well, if you must know, it was because of a girl. And there was a young woman. I was around, 16. She lived at the other end of the tribe from me. We had a very small village sort of thing. We weren't quite as nomadic as the other people in the area. We liked our canyon. It was a good canyon. Well, anyway, Alsani was her name, and I don't know, she and I hit it off, and she started, after a while, asking me questions like, is this what I wanted to do? Is beat things up for the entirety of my existence? Serve as this big grand general for some father I'd never even known. He didn't exactly come to visit very often. And it got me to thinking, and well, she and I fell in love, I guess. It's not something I'm comfortable talking about. And, when my 17th birthday came around, and the priests of Sidrius came by to wrangle me and put me in for proper war jackass training, I said no, and they didn't like that too much, and I said no again, and then things get a little hazy. Next thing I know, like half the village has been demolished. I was really strong, upside of being a demigod, I guess. I mean, I was no Hercules, but Hercules was no me. Well, anyways, I successfully beat up the 4 priests that had come to get me. Strong bastards. When they hit you in the face, you felt it. Like, not just in your face, but everywhere else. and that's probably why I don't remember it too well, is repeated blows to the head and occasionally being thrown through a building. Admittedly, they were kind of ramshackle buildings. We didn't exactly have concrete, or whatever you people call it these days. Well, anyway, I successfully beat the 4 of them up. I think I ended up throwing most of them into the freaking canyon. And then I turned back to face my village, expecting them to be all pissed because I violated my destiny, or whatever they said it was. But I was happy to find out that most of them were totally cool with me saying screw off to that jerk. And, well, we ended up being quite a thorn in his side for the next several decades. They took me as some kind of leader. I was stronger than most humans, I could take more damage. I ended up being a general, standing at the forefront of my small tribe. It grew exponentially once people heard we were resisting the god of war. And, Alsani and I, we got married in the traditional way. Tradition being very different for my people than yours. Screw all this white gown nonsense. White doesn't keep very well in a desert. And we actually ended up having, I think, 16 children. We didn't have TV. Shut up. Don't judge me. And, well, the downside of being a demigod is that you end up living a hell of a lot longer than the people you care about. Physically, I stayed in my early 20s while she aged and aged and... Well, that's why I don't like talking about my past. Then 300 years later, when I actually did die, it was decidedly unpleasant. Are we done here?